I do believe I warned you against this little thing. It seems that curiosity has finally killed the cat. However, I will commend you for your resilience and your strength. After all, with injuries such as those, any other human would have collapsed by now. Loss of blood, loss of consciousness, a complete inability to move at all. That is what you would be afflicted with. However, it is a shoddy job, however you managed to bandage your wounds quite well. Well enough, at least, that you could run here. And why exactly seek me out again? I did tell you that this would happen. I warned you against such a fate. Yet you seem to be under the assumption that you will find safety here, or perhaps comfort. What exactly do you seek from me, little thing? I have no time for you if you're just going to die. You wish for me to help you. I don't believe there is much I can do to help you in this state. Is that so? I have to do something. And what makes you bold enough to make such a statement? Why must I do this for you? Oh. You consider me a friend. As I see it, you and I are merely strangers to each other, strangers who have slept alongside each other. Nothing more. And from what I know, you humans are rather good at remaining detached from strangers whose bed you have shared. Is that right? Forgive me, but I don't see it that way. We exchanged one conversation during which I threatened you several times, and you aggravated me just as many, if not more. Indeed. Your curious nature does intrigue me somewhat. However, I would be lying if I said it intrigued me more than it irked me. You are useless to me. Utterly useless. And I have no regard for anything that is not useful to me, especially a human who is wound up wounded as a result of their stupid, reckless curiosity. I beg your pardon. She said that she would follow you wherever you went. Well, that's a shame for you, isn't it? I'm certain that whoever she is a rather skilled hunter. And you being the prey that you are, well, you won't make it very far, will you? Especially in this state. Now I advise you to be on your way. Your blood will begin to attract other creatures, and I have no intention of hosting any more monsters than I already do. What was that? You said something about a snake. There are no snakes in this forest, none at least that could do this to you. They're small things, garter snakes mostly. Small, insignificant. To us they are worms. However, there are those of us who resemble snakes. What exactly did you see? I did tell you to be on your way. However, if this huntress is after you, I suspect she will be arriving soon. And if you say you saw something similar to a snake, I would like to know what to expect. Lilac hair and red eyes. She had a tail that was a deep purple, did she? And she moved unlike anything you have ever seen. Let me ask you something. Upon her tail and upon her skin were there black markings, similar to what you humans refer to as tattoos. Get over here. Are you suddenly unable to understand my speech? I said get over here. This instant. Oh, really? Now you hesitate. If I recall, you are the one who is injured. You are the one who will die and be killed should you refuse my offer to help you. Why I suddenly wish to help you is of no concern to you. You are injured. And from what I know of your kind, humans are pathetically weak animals. With your wounds. Either blood loss or infection and sepsis will be the result of your death. I have no issue watching you die. However, I take issue with the woman who wishes you dead. So if you still wish for me to help you, I would advise you to get over here right this instant. Was that really so difficult now? Physically, of course it was. However, you seem to be operating under an unusual amount of stubbornness. What is it? Clinging too hard to your will to live? Are you afraid of me, perhaps? That would certainly be a good change of pace. I don't care for your sob stories. I don't care to hear any more than I need to. Those were rhetorical questions meant to mock you. Are you perhaps unable to think clearly as a result of your exsanguination? How wonderful for me, then. Lie still. Do you lack basic survival instincts? Or were you never taught the way your mind works when you are injured? First is the adrenaline. It pushes you to fight or to run so that you can survive. There are those who freeze, however, you do not seem to be such a person. Then, once the shock wears off, your body begins to succumb to the wounds you sustained. It urges you to be still, to not move for fear of making things worse. You must lie still while I examine your wounds. So, it seems that curiosity did not in fact kill the cat, merely maimed it. I don't believe you're in any position to ask that I refrain from mocking you. I did warn you against this, did I not? I told you that, despite your intentions, you would meet only despair in this forest. You would be met with monsters, as you humans call them, Creatures that are different and that are made to kill. There is truly no limit to human arrogance, is there? You wandered into the forest seeking knowledge of the creatures within it. You found me, which was your first goal, and then you got lost. How long were you lost for? Did you return? This entire month. This entire lunar cycle. You have spent that long, trapped within this forest, unable to find your way back. I have to say, I am impressed. No, not with your ability to survive. Let's face it, based on looking at you, I can assume that you have absolutely no ability to survive. You have no instincts, you have no survival training. However, you seem to be operating with pure luck on your side. These injuries, after all, they just barely missed every vital point. And I know the woman who inflicted these wounds upon you. She makes no mistakes like this. Unless, of course, that would be so like her. My dear sweet friend, Hannah Anna Fellows. She does often enjoy playing with her food. Perhaps that is where you got lucky. Her sadistic nature perhaps took hold before she could finish you off. Otherwise, she would have swallowed you as easily as gulping water. She would have strangled you. She would have made certain that you were dead the minute she saw you. But she and I have gone our separate ways as a result of her nature. She is a bit more sadistic than I would like. I prefer not to have screaming animals or humans in my web. Terribly aggravating. I never said that. I do not wish for you to think that I do not enjoy seeing my prey struggle. I just don't like hearing their screams. And that is where she and I differ. Now, you will lie still like that until she comes. And when she does, I will tell her that you are mine now. If she tries to take you, well, I might stop her. Then again, it has been a while since I've had a good show.